Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are listening to me. Welcome to another episode of Wealth Building Conference, and I'm super excited to have you on the call today. Wherever you are joining me, please, I want you to please type your name and where you are joining from. It's just, I just want to meet with you. I just want to connect with you as well, because the program is designed in such a way that we want to make it conversational. So the reason why we want you to please type your name is so that when we want to ask question or you ask question, at least we'll know who is asking question. Again, if you have anybody who is an advisor, insurance broker, financial planner, sales agent, any form of sales, please, you can also ask them to join this conversation because it's going to be powerful tonight. I'm going to be, sharing some strategic information that will help us to scale our business. Once again, welcome on board to another episode of Wealth Building Conference. So tonight, we're going to be talking about another important topic, right? I want you to know one thing, that before I go to this level today, I've tried so many things. Like, my sales career started as, cold calling, chasing people around, started from the middle market, from the small market. But at some point, I realized that I needed to focus on, I needed to niche down and focus on some certain set of people. And it's not just about focusing on them, it's just out of curiosity and research about their problem, their pains, how they can actually, how can I be of help to solve those problems? And that is why I decided to focus on medical professionals and business owners. This set of people, they have a peculiar problem. Like, not like just any problem. They have a specific problems that they design, like, and they need a specific advisor to solve those problems. So what am I trying to say is that for me to be able to do this, I first research on their problem, understand their pain point, and come up with the strategies on how to solve those problems. So tonight I'm going to be sharing how you can build relationship, trusted relationship with business owners and medical professionals. So many, like I've seen a lot of advisors in the past, and in their mind, or maybe they feel that they need to know someone, that know a medical professional that will refer them to them. But I want to tell you that you really don't need to know anybody in order for you to connect with this kind of people, right? But if you are trusted advisor, if you are credible, if you build a very strong trusted brand and you understand their problem, trust me, you can connect with a lot of them. And I'll tell you for real, for fact today, that I have more than 600 contacts of medical professionals across Canada that on daily basis reach out to them, send them emails, share some valuable information about how they can save on taxes, how they can build wealth, and of course, also pass wealth to the next generation. So I'm going to be sharing my slide and we're going to the presentation. All right. So let me quickly pull up my slide. As I said, we're going to be talking about building trusted relationship with medical professionals and business owners. So why high income clients don't trust most advisors and how to fix it. Now, let me be very honest with you, right? And this is my experience. All the thing I'll be telling you today is out of my experience, what I've gathered in the field. I just finished a meeting with a medical professional today. And in the course of having discussions and all of that, he said something that was very profound. He said, Mr. Fasola, I think I needed to refer my friend to you because of the fact that, you have dished out so much information, add value to my life, that other medical professionals and business out there need to know what you are saying. All right. Again, have a conversation with someone this morning, and he said, if I knew what you are telling me today, I think I won't be in this position. Now, what am I trying to say is that in order for me to get to this level, I've built a lot of trusted relationship with these people. I've met medical professionals, refer their friends to me just because of the value that I add to their life. So, building a trusted relationship with them requires a lot of important information, which I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. So this is what you're going to be covered. Number one, we're going to look at how you can earn trust faster, with high income client. Number two, we're going to look at how you can stand out in a crowded market. The market is so crowded in such a way that so much noise is going out there in the market. So you as a professional, an insurance advisor, financial planner, financial advisor, you need to understand how can you really stand out in such a way that people will see you as a go-to expert that they can actually ask information anytime they need that information. Number three, we're going to discuss how real conversation that can convert. Now, it is just one thing to present, but it's another thing to also, close, right? In my presentation today, I told you, doctor, I said, look, you know what? I'm not here to sell anything to you, but I just want to share some valued information that will change your life as you begin your practice in Canada. Number four, we're going to look at immediate action, simple, practical steps that you can implement that will help you to gain trust and build trusted relationship. So let's look at the reality of your client. So by experience and what I've learned in the market is this is the reality of what medical professionals and business owners. So these are busy and selective clients. So they don't like you to pitch to them too many times. And this is one thing that I've seen so many insurance agents they try to do. Now, think about it. If you are trying to pitch a product or something to them, right, they are not interested in pitching anything to them. They have a problem, like, they have something that keep them awake in the night. What they are looking for is the solutions to those problems. So they are not interested in you pitching anything to them. And this happens so many times. And, and these people, right, once you start pitching to them, they probably might not pick your number again. They might block you. They might ghost you completely. Number two, low trust mistakes are expensive. If they don't trust you, like once they realize that this person is not a trusted advisor, this person is trying to sell something to me, this person is not credible, that marks the end of that relationship. You are not going to see them again. What they want is this. They want expertise, they want clarity, they want result. This is something that I want everybody to know today. These people, this set of people, they have a peculiar problem, as I said. Retirement planning, taxes, debt, right? Building generational wealth. These are so many things. These are some of their problems. They are looking for an expert to solve for them. Like I was researching at one day and I realized that MD Financial come out to say that, look, some medical professionals delay retirement planning, not because they don't save money, not because they don't invest, but the question is, do they have enough money when they retire that will sustain them till they pass? So you might be talking to them, they might tell you, oh, I'm actually saving for my retirement, I'm investing for my retirement. But how are you investing? Right? In Ontario here, there's what we call deemed disposition, and this is across Canada. If you pass without have a proper plan in place, right, your asset is deemed to be disposed, and you could lose up to 50% of that to taxes. Now, how many medical professionals and business owners understand all of these problems? So you don't need to sell insurance to them. Don't push insurance to them. They don't care about the insurance, but they have a specific problem they are looking to solve. And once you are able to solve those problems, you become a good expert to them. Now, they are looking for, and they are not looking for another advisor. They are looking for someone they can trust. And indeed, if they don't trust you, they will never buy from you. Right? And even you as an individual, will you ever deal with somebody who is not trustworthy, who is not credible, who is not reliable? It's not possible. Now, this is why most advisors fail. Number one, they want to sell too early. I met a medical professionals, and the first meeting we had we had the meeting with a CPA, right? The second meeting is CPA. Okay. The first meeting is just a discovery call. Okay, what are the things you are looking for, right? Because you cannot just go into the presentation and start presenting to them. What are they looking for, right? Ask. So this is a discovery call. What exactly are you looking for? Okay, um, I just started my practice. I'm looking how to, like, plan my practice in such a way that it's going to sustain in a long term. Okay. And I said, well, at this point, we're going to have another meeting. I'm going to set up another call where myself and my team will come together and we share, what we need to do and what are the things you yourself need to know about your practice. So the next call, myself and my CPA, we had another meeting with these doctors and we're able to walk him through on what he need to do as per his practice. Ordinarily, if it were to be another advisor, the first meeting is just to present to them, hey, you have to start insurance, you have to start this, you have to. Of course, they will do that. But do you think that's what they need from you right now? So first, do the discovery call, right? Partner with experts, right? CPA, lawyers, and ask them probing question. What are you looking for? They will tell you because they know. They speak to other medical professionals. They have friends across the country and they tell them what is going on. So they are looking for specific information from different professionals that will help them to address their core problem in order to move forward with their practice. Number two, the product over problem. Now, this happens not only medical professionals. I've seen many insurance advisors and financial planners fail is because they kind of want to push product to people. Right? I don't talk about the product. I talk about what the product can do for them. Right? Now, we're going to look at how we can protect what you have built, how you can protect your income. You are equal to your income. I'm not going to tell them, so you need to buy insurance, you need to buy critical illness, right? But what if I ask you a question today, like, doctor, you are equal to your income. What if you cannot go to claim? What happened to you? Right? What am I talking there? I'm talking about critical illness. I'm talking about disability insurance. But if you start saying, no, you need to have disability insurance, why do I have to have disability insurance? Why do I have to buy life insurance? Why do I have to buy income replacement? No. So try to position yourself. Now, position the problem to them. Don't push product to them. They're not going to listen to you, right? You sound generic. See, these are peculiar people. They have a peculiar problem. You cannot just continue to treat them the way you treat other, clients, right? Come with fact, informations that will show them, like, according to Canadian Medical Association, if the income of a medical professional is not structured properly, they could lose up to 50% of their income, 40% of their income to taxes. These are some of the things that you need to show them, right? And I'm here today to help you to see how we can structure your practice beyond just tax planning alone. But you're going to look at the cash flow management. You're going to look at protection management. We're going to look at strategies on how you can actually pull money out of your corporation and how you can invest your retained earnings. Again, inconsistent follow-up. These are some of the things. So once you have a meeting with them, don't leave them like that, right? After the meeting, summarize what you have discussed with them, send it to them by email, and allow them to take time to review what you have sent to them. Don't start calling them immediately. Give them time. Let them review what you sent to them. And maybe 3 days after, you send an email. Just want to follow up. Maybe you have reviewed what I've sent to you. You can book a courtesy call just for us to come again and review before we move to the next step. This is how these people need to be. They are so busy. Like, if you start disturbing them with calls, if you start talking to them and call them constant or send them email, they will just ignore you, right? So if there's no trust, if there's no relationship, you cannot grow. You can't grow your business. And that's the simple reality many people, fail to understand. This is the trust formula. Trust is equal to value plus consistency plus competency plus care. So value, teach something new. Guys, let me be very honest with you. You can only be trusted, respected because of your level of knowledge, because of the quality of information you dish out to these people every time you meet them, right? These are very, these are well-learned people. They need the information. They need you to show them the reason why they need to take action. And it all comes from the knowledge, the skills. If you don't have that, there is no way you can add value to their life, right? You need to stay consistent, and be visible. Now, see, the reason why you are struggling is because you are not visible. The reason why you are struggling in your business is because you are not consistent. You cannot tell me today that you want to deal with these people and you are not visible on LinkedIn, you are not visible on YouTube, you are not visible on other social media. Because why? All these people, trust me, 90% of them, I met them on social media, right? And the reason is because I show up every day, whether I like it or not, whether I feel like I need to do it or not, I must show up every day, right? Educate them on different things, not only insurance, right? Could be credit scores, could be how to build to or beyond their corporation. So you need to understand all of this. So what they are looking for is, number one, you need to add value to their life. You have to be consistent and be visible. Again, you need to be competent. Know your craft. Guys, the reason why you see even medical profession, right? We have surgeon, we have family physician, we have emergency family doctors. Why do you think they specialize in those different areas? Because they really want to be an expert. So you as an advisor, what is your core area that if they call you any day, anytime, you will be able to display competence in those areas? Of course, and it all boils down to how much you add value to your life. That will really shows how you are going to add value to all these people's life. I've met a lot of them. We had a meeting today with a doctor, and when we finished, he said, "Oh my goodness, I have so much information today," and he said, "I'm going to refer you to another medical professionals." Why? Because it's all value, right? Now, if I try, and I'm not selling anything, we did not discuss anything like insurance at all. Trust me, we did not discuss. What we did today was just to show him, walk him through the step-by-step process of how he can build a sustainable practice. And it go beyond the insurance. Trust me, it go beyond the insurance. So if you're trying to sell them something, they could feel that. They feel that from the day one you're in front of them, and they will tell you for real. You will not see them again. Again, you need to show genuine interest. Now, genuine interest in areas of what are the things, what are the value added services you can actually show them. Like we are talking today, and my CPA was telling them, "Look, doctor, this is one thing I want you to know, that if you are not really careful about the way you structure your practice, you probably might run into a CRA problem, which we might lead to audit. And there's no way CRA will audit you that will not face something back." So, this is showing genuine interest more than, well, you can say, well, my goal is just to prepare your books of account. I'm going to help you to file your tax. But I just have to let you know that you need to do the right thing at the right time. We're going to put your strategies in place in such a way that every month you're going to be paying part of your tax. Don't wait on the end of the year until you start paying the taxes. It becomes a problem. And this is one thing I've seen in medical professionals and business owners. Some of them delay all of this, and at the end of the day, it becomes a very huge problem, and they will not be able to solve that problem again. So showing genuine interest really makes you to be that go expert, somebody that they can trust. Position yourself differently. Don't say I sell insurance. And that's what people say, right? "Oh, who are you? I'm a life insurance agent." Instead, why can't you say, "I help doctors and business owners reduce taxes, protect incomes, and build wealth"? How does it sound to you? So you can see you are an insurance agent, but look at the way you position yourself as opposed to someone that say, "Okay, I sell insurance." Who are you? "I sell insurance." They're not going to listen to you. If you can't clearly explain your value, your client won't trust you. And that's the reality, right? Define your position, okay? The first thing you need to do, these are the strategies to implement if you want to be that go expert that your client will trust. Number one, you need to define your niche. Now, defining your niche is, come up with a brand statement. I so person, help so person to solve so problem. Like myself, I help medical professionals and business owners to save on tax and build wealth. Now, not that I'm not going to do another, I'm not going to talk about other clients, but if you go to my LinkedIn today, go to my LinkedIn, go to my YouTube, go to my IG, go to my Facebook, you're going to see that one statement there. So if they are looking for a Go expert, right, they know that that is what I focus on. So if you want to do that, you need to niche down. And when you are niching down, number one, you need to understand the problem they are facing. And you should be able to come up with clear, actionable strategies to solve those problems. If you can't do that, you cannot really, you can't be trusted with all this, kind of client. Number two, you need to speak their language. What are the language? I have a client, and one day myself and my wife went to his office. We got there, and he said, Fasola, I don't like today at all because I just paid CRA. Now, what is their language? Taxes, retirement planning, right? Building wealth beyond their corporation. So you should be able to understand how you can position yourself to solve these key problems. If you are not able to do that, nobody's going to listen to you. You need to build a clear personal brand. Now, see, building a personal brand in these days where the market is so crowded is non-negotiable. If you are not doing that, nobody's going to trust you. As a matter of fact, high-ticket clients Google you 10 times before they come to you. They will first check you. They will search everywhere. Once they see anything that may trigger some level of mistrust, they step back. So you must be very, very careful with the way you build your brand. What you post on social media is really, really important, right? What you say is very, very important because those are the things that they will check before they come to you. So I'm saying today that you have to understand that your brand, your social media is your business card. You need to treat it very, 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 very diligently. Master the conversation. Now, how are you currently saving on taxes? So these are some of the things that you can actually use to start the conversation. Like somebody called me today and said, hey, I want to talk to somebody and I should send him some materials and all of that. I said, well, even if I send you materials, but when you want to have a conversation with these people, there are ways you actually start the conversations that will make a lot of sense to them. Now, if I ask any medical professional, how are you currently saving on taxes? Even they are saving on tax, they will still tell you, if I see opportunity of saving more, I will. And everybody is looking to do that. I'm not saying don't pay tax, but if there is a legal way to explore, to save more taxes, I'm going to do that because it is law. Government allow that. But if you now start saying, hey, do you have life insurance? They're just going to ghost you. What happens if your income stops tomorrow? Now, let me tell you this, and it's, right? If you are a business owner and your income, depending on, you have to go to somewhere to get money, so it means that you are equal to that income, right? Now, it's a very simple conversation. Okay, doctor, what if you are unable to go to clinic tomorrow? How do you pay your mortgage? How do you pay your rent? It's hard conversation. They might say, oh, no, God forbid, nothing's going to happen. It's true. Those people that something happened to, they pray like you. They go to church, they go to mosque. But what happened? Life can take an unexpected dive at any time. So it is your responsibility to prepare for that. So if you bring a conversation like that, they're going to listen to you. And do you have a long-term wealth strategy? Talk about dim disposition. Do you have a will? Do you have a trust in place? I mean, how do you even, manage your retained earning? Do you understand that if you invest your retained earning and you make 150,000, you're going to pay X amount in taxes? These are some of the key things that you need to let them know. And the more you bring all this conversation and they know that you are confident about what you are saying, they're going to listen to you. The person who asks better questions control the conversation. That's it. Sometimes you ask better questions and you let them close themselves. If you understand all of this, you are going to build a very sustainable practice, build a follow-up system. So when you finish a presentation, okay, send a thank you message to them, right? Oh, thank you so much for attending our meeting today. I hope my meeting really you gain values. You add you understand what we're sharing with you, and so if you have any question, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. So maybe the third day, still send another email, recap what you have discussed. So, doctor, I just want to reach out to you, like 2 days ago we discussed this, we discussed that, we discussed this, we discussed that, and we say this is the next step. Let me know if you have any question, that we can take it up from there. Maybe 7 days after, you also shared another value. All right, do you know that in Canada, if income of a medical professional structure, you could pay up to this in taxes? I have a strategies in which you can actually explore to save a lot of your money from taxes, and you stay ongoing like that. You continue to follow up with them. I was on cruise last year. A client that I've been, I met about 2 years ago, reach out to me and say, hey, I really need to do, I need to protect my life, because what I stay constant, and I follow up. All these things is very important. But it's funny that many people, we are still working manually. We are still thinking the last 10 years ago. The business has gone beyond those levels, right? I remember when I started, how I used to do cold calling. Cold calling is not dead, but the strategies has changed. So if you still rely on that, it's going to be very difficult for you to scale. No system, no consistency, no trust. Random effort never build lasting relationship. Now, so this is how to become their trusted advisor. Go beyond insurance. Guy, let me be very honest with you. You cannot just be talking about insurance, and people will listen to you. Make yourself a quarterback advisor. Have professionals around you. After we finish the meeting today, I send my doctor numbers of a lawyer. Say, call this lawyer. Let's start your incorporation first. After that, we look at your bookkeeping and all of that. The next one is start building. So you can see how, it's just a very simple thing, right? Now, number one, you need to incorporate your practice. Number two, let's put proper bookkeeping in place. I'm not the one that's going to do that. I have CPA that's going to handle that. So if you don't have a CPA, there are a lot of people on LinkedIn right there that you can collaborate, reach out to them. Hey, this is what I do. Can we collaborate? They will collaborate with you. Once they know that you are trusted and you are genuine, they will build a collaborate. They will collaborate with you. Okay. And the next step is also to go into, I go into education planning for their children, and also start talking about will, trust, and all of that. Let lawyer do all of that for you. So, by the time you do all of this, they will know that this person is really interested in our growth. Number two, business structure. Understand their work. Now, one thing you need to understand is this, right? You need to know a lot about them, right? Now, family-wise, how do they want to structure their practice? Some of them want to go and have their clinic, right? So those are the conversations you're going to have in the beginning. Now, doctor, are you planning to continue to work as, maybe in a clinic, or you want to have your own? If you want to have your own, there are things that we need to start doing from now. It's just about structuring everything from, if the foundation is very strong, it is easier for them to build, right? And collaborate with accountant and lawyer. These two people, you can't do without them. If you want to really, really succeed, if you want to really succeed in your practice, you must. These two people, we just came back from LAMP in Tennessee, US, and one guy came to share a very powerful presentation about how a particular advisor got a referral of very big business. Right, these people, right, they are very, very powerful, that if you work with them, they refer a lot of people. My CPA do refer all these people to me, doctors, business owners. Just come and say, Mr. Fasola, this person is looking to do this and that. Please, can you help? And I say, okay, let's have a conversation around that. So you have to develop that relationship. It is your responsibility. So if you don't have right now, please try to look for somebody, even real estate agent, mortgage agent. All these people, you need to work with them. You need them, because why? They do meet all these people. So if you render good service to them, they refer you to another people, right? So be the person they call before making financial decision, right? Key takeaway, number one, Trust is your greatest asset, right? If nobody trusts you, nobody will buy from you. Number two, education build authority. Don't try to sell anything to these people. They will push you back. Number three, you have to build consistency and build credibility. Your premium clients are looking for you, but you're not visible. You're not visible, so you need to be visible. You need to be consistent. Number four, you need to build long-term income, and in order to do that, you need to have a very strong relationship. Now, this is something that I want. This is my code. If they don't trust you, all right? If they trust you, they will listen. If they listen, they will act. If they act, your business will grow. Very, very fun. So today, take action today. Number one, start a meaningful conversation. Two, share one valuable insight. And number three, follow up with one prospect every day. And I believe this, if you implement this simple strategy, I promise you your business will take a different dimension. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining today. It's been a very, very powerful session. If you gain value, please put it in the comment chat value. If you have any question, please let me know. If you have any question, please let me know. If you have any question, please put in the comment section. Let me know. All right. Once again, I want to say thank you so much for everyone that have joined tonight. We have another session tomorrow on for our medical professionals and business owners. We're going to dive into how they can, financial research for our medical professionals is very important. Please, if you have any medical professionals in your circle, let them join tomorrow. We're going to dive in and share another powerful insight on how they can, build wealth in Canada. So on behalf of Wealth Building Conference, I want to say thank you and see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Bye for now.